Hello, welcome back. Yes, I know it's been a long time. I'm sure the jacket's exciting you. I'm cooking in the kitchen, I'm cooking in the kitchen. Yeah, the dance was requested. I do the dance, but I did extra that time because it was requested. So one of my patrons loves it, so there we go. But yes, it's great. I'm back in the kitchen. I've had some technical difficulties in my recording. So I've had to play with the setup a little bit and test out a couple of things, and I think I'm getting there. I think I'm close. But what are we cooking? What are we cooking? Today I have a secret dish. Secret! Yes, I have a secret dish for you today. Today we are cooking a previously unmentioned dish in the fandom. I hear everybody screaming honey cakes, honey cakes, honey cakes, honey cakes. Nobody's talking about apple cakes. Yes, right at the very beginning, Ewan Finger, I think I'm saying that name correctly, talks to the boys. He says, shall I spend my coin? Shall I not? In that part, just before Moraine scarpers, he invites Moraine back to try his mother's apple cakes. My mother's baking apple cakes. Come and try them. They're fabulous. They're amazing. I've done honey cakes. I can't not do apple cakes. So today we're making apple cakes. And you're going to need some ingredients for those, obviously. So here they come. Ta-da! Here are your ingredients. And how fabulous are these? Wow. Okay, so what have we got? Well, we've got 125 grams of self-raising flour. We have 60 grams of brown sugar. I've gone for a very dark sugar there, muscovado sugar. You can just go for regular brown sugar, that's fine. You can even use white sugar if you wanted. We've got 100 grams of caster sugar. I've got 4 apples that I have chopped here. Look at those, looking num 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 num. We have 125 grams of butter, which I have melted previously. And we've got a couple of eggs. You're also going to need a teaspoon of cinnamon and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And that's all there is to it. So before we get started, you need to turn the oven on because we're going to be doing some baking. Not bacon, baking. That's how we say it over here. Baking, I'm going to do some baking. So you want gas mark 4. 180 degrees centigrade. Next, grab yourself a bowl and a whisk. And we're going to start mixing things together. So, firstly, we're going to put in the flour. Yes, I'm all with the funky pronunciations today, so this is good fun. Having too much fun. Has it been a while since I've cooked? I feel like it's been quite a while since I've cooked. And then we're going to throw in sugar. And more sugar. A teaspoon of cinnamon. And we're going to mix that together. Make sure that you've got enough sugar. Break those apart. Now it's time for the butter. Oh. Once you've got that mostly mixed in, crack in your eggs. And you have your mixture. Now we want to be adding in the apples. Now I know I've got a lot of apples here. Okay, I've gone for 4 apples. That's what the recipe calls for. But I did, in my test run that failed, my technical difficulties, I did find that 4 apples was great. This is a very juicy cake. You're going to get lots of liquid out of all these apples. So it makes sense that there's so many in the dish. I've chopped them up reasonably small. You could do chunkier if you wish. That is totally up to you. And here is where you want to be adding your half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. If I don't dribble it everywhere. Splash extra for fun. Fuck it. And then get mixing. Okay, so I've got the mixture all set there. I've made sure that all the apples are coated with the mixture. I don't have just a lump of just mixture anywhere in the bowl. If you feel you'd rather use your hands than a spoon at this stage, because it is a little sticky and it can be tough with a spoon, by all means use your hands. I used my hands the first time, and this time I got lucky because I just done it in the order you've seen now, as I did a slightly different order before, and I needed to really get in there and mix some of the ingredients as well as mix them with the apples. So it depends on what you want to use, right? Nothing wrong with using hands, go for it. Now, this is a Two Rivers dish. I've already made a Two Rivers dish in terms of honey cakes, so I'm going to use the same mould. Now, I have already pre-buttered the mould, and I'm just very simply going to plonk it in the dish. It's so wildly complicated. Now, yeah, I know you look at this like, Rob, that's so much. How is that going to fit in there? But remember, there's lots of space between all the apples currently where I'm putting this in. So once I've squished it down, and that's an important part of this, squish it down to get rid of air gaps, because you don't want a big gap in the middle of your cake. Or cakes. This recipe could be done with, you know, little cupcake type things. Obviously, I recommend silicone ones because they're a lot less sticky. You know, they don't stick to the cake so much, so they're easy to pull off, and they're better for the environment, which is a win as far as I'm concerned. But we're going to put that in there. I'm doing one giant cake, and this is the squishing part. It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to get, you know, some sort of flawless flat cake thing on the top. So don't worry. Remember, this is the Two Rivers. This is not, you know, this is not a Michelin star cake. This is not a la carte dining. This is Two Rivers. We want this rustic. We want this homey. And that is, I mean, that looks perfect to me. I'm happy with that. We're going to bake this in the oven until it is golden, slightly brown. I think I feel this is going to come out a little darker based on my first version. And also, when you put a knife into the cake, it comes out clean. If it comes out sticky, you need to bake it a little bit longer. So, because the recipe I've used says cupcakes, and I've got a big cake, I'm not exactly sure of the timing. I'm thinking 30 to 35 minutes, but we'll find out as we go. So, yeah, put that in the oven, and let's have a cup of caf. Cheers! Hope you're enjoying a nice cup of caf just like I am. Can't go wrong with a good cup of caf. So, whilst we're waiting for that to bake, what's been going on? Well, we had a massive drop, didn't we? We had Moraine revealed. Yes, we had Moraine. She came and just blew our minds. What was it, like 5-second clip, 3-second clip, something like that? Sarah Nakamura was jumping in all the Dusty feeds and people going crazy. It's pretty close to what I predicted on the podcast episode I did with Geeky Eerie, where we tried to predict what the something blue would be. We threw out a few ideas. We thought perhaps the win something blue. We always knew that was a bit of a wild card. My personal wild card was Logain being revealed because he has a larger part in the series and his banner has a background of blue in it, so I thought we could start with the banner and then phase out to Logain and perhaps some kind of, you know, outfit or action shot or something perhaps. But we did think that Moraine, blue Aes Sedai, blue eyes, you know, that sort of situation, we felt that that would be most likely what would happen. We expected something full costume perhaps, and we just got a wonderful piece. There's lots done by the Dusty and people have done deep dives into it. Check out Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern if you haven't, for his video on it, because it's epic. What did you think of the Moraine drop? Let me know in the comments. You know, but it's been very exciting. What's coming up on the channel? Let's tell you a quick bit about that. So obviously we've got the Tam Joke competition going on. Hopefully at the moment, if I've released this video in time on the schedule I'm hoping to release it on. And you can check out the live stream on April 7th. There's me, Amber Tracy from Road to Savalon, and Daniel from Black Tower Podcast. We'll be doing the third place joke winner and the grand prize, and then giving away some joke books and things like that. So it's going to be an absolute blast. You can join me there. It starts at 4 p.m. Eastern on the 7th on the YouTube channel, which you're watching now. So subscribe if you haven't already and hit that bell. So yes, I'm going to do a video on apple brandy because that seems like a good staple to go for. And I'm also going to make an almond bunt cake soon for our good friend Almond Bunt. And hopefully you enjoy that. So, but let me know in the comments what you would like me to make. But yes, whilst we're waiting for that to bake, I'm going to do the dishes. It's not very fun. So let's go back to the cake. All right, here we go. We have cake. Ooh, love cake. Let's do a little bit of turny aroundy and overy and all those sorts of bits and pieces. Work the magic. And hopefully the cake pops out. Has cooled a little bit. Feeling a little bit of movement when I lift this. Oh! Ah! Feel that steam coming away. Beautiful. Right, let's just put that on the side. All right. Ah, that smells beautifully of cakes. Okay, I'm going to let that cool down and then we're going to cut it open. Okay, so here is our apple cakes. It's very soft, I have to say. I've let it sit for a few minutes and sort of chill down a bit. It's still very, very soft, even though it's cooled down. So let's sort of cut into it and see what happens. This is meant to be a very juicy cake. So, but I can still feel a bit of texture from the apple, which is good. This did take about an hour to cook. Look at that. That is just, let's give that a smell. Wow, that smells amazing. You see how the apples, ooh, there we go. See how the apples have just completely spread out throughout the cake. All on the top, lovely. And yeah, we're going to give this a bite. I'm going to give this a try. Whoa, I'm excited to try this, I have to say. That is beautiful. You're getting the cinnamon come through. The apples still have crunch to them, which is just beautiful. And you squeeze that apple juice as you bite into that. So it's got a beautiful texture. The sugars are there, but it's not in your face too strong or too, just like sugar, sugar, sugar type thing. And this is beautiful. It's very crumbly. I'd probably recommend that you let this completely cool down before you cut it or eat it. This is probably a cake that's served completely cold as opposed to even slightly warmed up, because it's just going to fall apart. But at the same time, going modern for a moment, I could see you serving this in a bowl, nice and hot and steamy, with some sort of ice cream on the sides, perhaps a caramel type ice cream, or even just something, like a nice vanilla bean ice cream. Custard, big staple here in the UK, obviously, so you could have custard with this, and it'd just be beautiful. It's a really nice balance of flavours, and do you know what, Maureen? You really, really missed out. So I have to say that you and Finger's mother, congratulations, because this is absolutely banging. I hope you've enjoyed watching me attempt to make this. I hope you give it a go yourself. Please, down in the comments, let me know what you think about the cake. Let me know if you're going to try it. Tell me how it turns out, because I'd be really, really keen to know what it's like for someone else if you do little cupcakes as opposed to the bigger cake. As always, please like, subscribe, all those sorts of good bits and pieces. And if you want to help me continue to create, you can consider joining my Patreon family. I have some wonderful members there. It's such a fun group, and we have a lot of fun in the Discord server, and there's some amazing, amazing benefits up for grabs. So, head on over and check that out. Link to everything in the show description, and until next time, everybody, Sogdrel Kwatan Nisage.